Bernie Sanders has never been the type to stay quiet when something feels wrong. For years, he has built his image as a fighter for working-class people, someone who challenges both the political establishment and powerful interest groups. But recently, something extraordinary happened. Sanders took the stage, leaned into the podium, and called out the Democratic Party itself. Not behind closed doors, not in private meetings, but directly, publicly, and without hesitation. His speech was not just a simple criticism. It was a warning, a message that something is shifting in American politics, and if Democrats don't listen, they may lose the trust of millions of supporters. Sanders began by reminding everyone what the Democratic Party is supposed to stand for. It is supposed to be the party of workers, of families struggling with rising costs, of young people searching for opportunity, of elderly citizens relying on healthcare and social support. Sanders explained that the core values of fairness, equality, and justice are what built the party's identity. But over the years, he argued, these values have been ignored. Instead, corporate donors, lobbyists, and political calculations have quietly taken priority over ordinary people. He spoke about the rising cost of living. Sanders pointed out that wages have failed to keep up with the cost of housing, groceries, healthcare, and education. Families are working harder than ever yet still falling behind. He highlighted that billionaires continue to grow wealth at a rate never seen before, while many Americans are just one emergency away from financial collapse. He stated that this economic inequality is not just unfortunate, but unacceptable, and if Democrats ignore it, they are betraying their own base. Sanders criticized the influence of powerful corporations in Washington. He explained how large companies use political donations and lobbyists to shape policy decisions in their favor. Meanwhile, the voices of ordinary workers are pushed aside. Sanders said the Democratic Party must decide whether it stands with the people or with the corporations. And if it does not choose correctly, then ordinary people will eventually walk away. He also addressed healthcare. Sanders once again emphasized that the United States is the only developed nation where healthcare is not a guaranteed right. Pharmaceutical companies raise drug prices without limit. Insurance companies profit while families face medical debt. Sanders argued that healthcare should not be a luxury. It should be a basic right for everyone. And yet, even though many Democrats publicly agree, no strong action has been taken. Sanders warned that talking about healthcare reform is not enough. Action is required. Then he moved to education. Sanders spoke about how young people are drowning in student loan debt. He explained that a generation is being held back financially before their adult life even begins. He demanded that the government take real steps toward affordable education. He said the Democratic Party must prioritize young people's future, not leave them buried in debt. The tone of Sanders' message was not anger for the sake of anger. It was urgency. He believes that the Democratic Party is at a crossroads. On one side is genuine reform, listening to the people, understanding struggles, and fighting for real change. On the other side is political comfort, staying silent, protecting powerful allies, and avoiding conflict. Sanders was clear, if Democrats choose comfort, they will lose the trust of America's working people. He also highlighted the political consequences. Many voters are frustrated, disconnected, and tired. They feel ignored by government and abandoned by leadership. Sanders explained that when voters feel betrayed, they do not simply stay loyal. They look for alternatives. Some stop voting entirely. Others support political outsiders or candidates who promise disruption.